Hello, everyone. I forgot I was muted. How have you all been doing? It has been a nice weekend for me. It was spring break, so didn't have to do anything. Got to exist and got to play a Warhammer match yesterday. That and try to cram an assignment at like 11:59. I failed to get one question done. Hello, hello. I am doing good. Welcome to MCA and hello new viewer. Haven't seen you around here before. um, but yeah, this chat not working. I did I did I mess up chat? Chat. Uh-oh. There we go. Chat is working. Okay. But yeah, I played a Warhammer game yesterday and also tried to cram an assignment in, and that went about as well as one would expect at when an assignment is due in the last like 10 minutes and you just got 30 questions. And you just, hello Lord Chunk, the great. Welcome to the channel. Um all right, let's see. Some some key things to go through. Well, there's only one key thing to go through today. we, Warhammer game. Yes. I took images this time. Lots of images. And it is it is certainly something. Quick question. You guys hear background music, right? I'm not just going insane, right? There is background music. Sorry, trying to buy stuff. You said my name. No, just saying hellos. No music. Okay. How many streams have I done without music? What the heck? All right. One. Let's get the music going. Boop. There we go. What happened in your game? Who were you fighting? What were you playing? Custodies as usual. Fighting Dark Angels this time instead of anything else. Instead of Salamanders, I think was the last time I played. No, I was playing. I was fighting Salamanders the first time I played. I think first and second, and then now I fought Dark Angels because my friend, suspiciously, and by suspiciously I mean more like on a whim, said he had a surprise for me, and then just bought the Lionel Johnson and sprung it out on me. Double checking music isn't too loud, but yeah. So he sprung the Lionel Johnson on me, and I was just like, oh no, oh no, I'm fighting a Primarch and a knight. I can't forget there was a knight that showed up. Very lovely. I started a Sons of the Phoenix army, and a month later my eyes degraded. I can no longer see purple. Sons of the Phoenix. Isn't Loyalist Space Marine chapter? Ah, I see. Lineage of the Imperial Fist. The lion! The lion, son of the forest. Great. Alright. Music's a bit loud. Okay, I'll turn it down just a bit. There we go. It's like well, see, your reason for not seeing purple is because you can't see purple orcs. Obviously, that's just how it is. That's just science, duh. You've never seen a purple orc. Um, But yeah, I fought the lion. And here, I'll show you an image of the lovely army. So it was a 2K. And let me get his army shown. If images would stop being like comically large, jeez. Alright, chat, you're gonna be hidden. But that's okay. Here you go. There's his army. Knight Errant. So apparently your eyes filter through RGB when you look at something purple. It goes through both R and red and blue. For me, it seriously goes through one. Oh wow. If you're being actually serious, that is both cool and also damn. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, but I get it. I wasn't streaming back when this happened, but there was a time where my eyes also degraded and I like couldn't see well for about half a year, like about half a year, yeah. And everything was blurry. So that's unfortunate it happened, but also it's very interesting it happened. But yeah, this is yes, it is his homebrew chapter, but he repurposed it to Dark Angels just to fit the Lionel Johnson. Clearly, it's a homebrew chapter of Dark Angels. It's apparently common. Interesting. Good to know. And then, so on the left, you have Dark Angels. And then, let's see. On the right, you will see in just a moment. Any second now. Let me get this right. Does it have a name? His homebrew chapter? His homebrew chapter, I believe, is called the Firewalls. Yeah. They are a Salamander's Imperial Fist Gene Seed mixed chapter. And it is very interesting. They have their own lore. He's retconned it several times, but they still own lore. And it's very unique. I can actually name some of his characters. Let's see. So, his Saturnine Terminator armor. I believe his name, but both is good. What is... Yeah, now I'm curious. What is the name, if you don't mind sharing? Lord Chunk. But I'll continue talking about Warhammer whilst you type. Why is my VTuber model all the way in the bottom? What the heck? It should be a bit higher than that. Here you go. You can see him in that image, but it's okay. Let me just scoot myself over. Let me scoot myself down. It's just color blindness. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm sure it has a more scientific, medical name. But on the right side, you see my army. The knight is named Lady Haste. It's a name I inherited from... but it's developed over time. Interesting. Huh. I always thought colorblindness was something you were born with. But Well, I guess it is, but I didn't think it's something you developed over time. That's not something you usually see. But that's cool regardless. Um yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Lazy. Color blindness can develop over time? I like how we're going a little off the rails, but that's okay. That's always all my streams. That is like all my streams where we go a little bit, get a little distracted because I like interacting with you guys. I would much rather talk about what interests y'all over what I have on the list of to-do things. Let's see. What was the score? Ah, well, if you looked at the thumbnail, we made it 2 turns. So, here. Here, let me pull up the score. It was not very climactic. We made it 2 turns before he ran out of energy because we were taking a while. It took us like an hour to set up. And then we played for 2 hours, I think. Yeah, 2 hours, and then that seems to check out. And he ran out of energy, and he figured that was enough. But here, let me quickly grab the image. Let's see. Come on. I'm guessing purchase extend exposure, no to sense. I don't even understand how it happened. How many dice? Well, it. Nah, I brought like 24 dice to this match. Because I knew I'd be using like all of them because sustained hits goes burr. But let's see, scoreline. Just straight in. Here we go. Boop. 18-15 victory. Ah. Let's get this higher up and to the side. It's a very cluttered screen, I know. We'll hide this. But yeah, that was what I fought, and that's the score that I somehow ended up with. He got okay. Let me make this very clear. He got really unlucky with what secondaries he drew. I got sabotage and recover assets, which I was quickly able to do. Because let's see. Because turn 1, I just quickly rushed. You see that back ruin all the way at the very top? I was quickly able to rush there to get sabotage. And then recover assets. I had a knight sitting on my back point. It's just barely out of the image. You can see her barrel. And I had the wardens right there. The unpainted wardens. To do recover assets. While he got recover assets and attempting target. So what that forced him to do was let's see. Turn 1 flare. There we go. That forced him to quickly rush into the middle area with his knight. And I made it so the objective that he had to capture for attempting target was all the way up there. And let me get a better image. All the way up here. He had to somehow capture that objective and which meant he was in charge range of my custodian guard, which is not a place you want to be when you are blade guard vets and you were fighting custodies. Charge range, not good. What are you going to paint your knight? So here's the fun part. It's technically his knight. I just borrowed it for my match. But I have requested, and he has plans, and I am paying him just because it's commission. To paint it in just regular Custodes gold. Mostly because I find it really flashy, and also because, well, it's gold. I mean, what else? I might say like, hey, could you do some black or red with it? But it'll be mostly gold. Yeah, I don't really do the painting myself. I'm sorry. But blue, white, and gold is more regal. Why does my brain not... What does regal mean again? My brain does not remember the definition of some words. Fit for a monarch. Yeah. Yeah. And then... Turn 2, because, God, we were going so slowly. This is... I'll show you... Here, this next image might explain why it took so long. So turn 2 was my go. And I moved up, I charged him. Fight happened. Other side, I didn't capture an image, but let's just say I just quickly shot him and deleted him from that side. Oh, I didn't take a picture of it. I really should have. So, a Night Crusader's profile, if you remember, I'll pull it up again. But a Night Crusader's profile, weapons profile, is this. Now, that's cool and all, right? But the key thing here is that the Night Crusader, Lady Haste, my lovely Night Crusader, has a rapid fire battle cannon that has D6 plus 3 attacks and rapid fire D6 plus 3. So, in theory, she's insanely powerful. Especially if you roll high for attacks. Could you guess what I possibly could have rolled for my attacks? I rolled Snake Eyes. Sure, that's like 8 attacks, but Snake Eyes is awful. So I flubbed every single attack with her. No bullets did any damage. I did 2 damage out of 18, and then 18 from the rapid Gatling. Yeah, it's just ones all the way down. My luck wasn't that okay. I mean, my luck wasn't that bad. We rolled 4 Snake Eyes in this one match that lasted 2 turns, and 3 of them were by my opponent, Flair, and only 1 of them was me. He kept re-rolling ones too, and it was just like roll a 1, re-roll a 1, rolls a 1. Oh. But yeah, Night Crusader. Oh, you're gonna go? Have a good day? Alright, well, I hope you also have a good day. Bye. But yeah, so that was the Night Crusaders. That was the Night Crusaders data sheet. And where did image? There we go. And yeah, that was about the most anticlimactic roll I had. And I deep strike my Alaris Custodes right in the center objective. And right off to the left is a Blade Champion. I didn't capture it in this image, but just like at the very edge of the table, exactly 9 inches, or exactly 9.01 inches away, is a Blade Champion. And I failed nearly every single charge except for the ones that I really didn't need. So like I nailed 2 charges because one was short, both were short distances, but I failed the other 2. One like towards the knight and the other towards the Infernus squad in the back. And I got punished. Oh, I forgot. There's also this. He blasted. Turn 1, he blasted my Custodian Wardens. They had Fiono Pain 4+, and one of his attacks made it through all of the saves, the invul, and all of that with his thermal cannon. And it was 11 damage, and I actually nearly rolled Fiono Pain 4+ for all 11 damage. I just failed 3, which was exactly enough to kill a Custodian Warden. I was so devastated, man. It was so close. So close to perfection. Oh well. But yeah, Deep Strike turn 2 gave me behind enemy lines, and then I just destroyed his Razorback and Blade Guard vets over there. So turn 2, he proceeded to punish me, as one should, because he has the Lion. So I didn't capture an image of the before, but I sure did capture an image of the fight. Because he deep strike the Lion and some Terminators. The Terminators failed their charge. Actually, I do have an image of them before, but you can barely see the Lion all the way in the back there. I really wish I got more images of the other side, and you can see the Blade Champion right there. Yeah, his knight proceeded to just charge me. That was surprising. The Dreadnought charged my Blade Champion. I didn't get a chance to fight because Tank Shock. Tank Shock happened. But that's not the main star of the show. The main star of the show is this. The Lion does not care about your pain. Yes, you're right. Here you go. Yeah, that's enough. You can see me. Yeah. So, the Lion. The Lion charged my Custodian Guards. That's quite painful, truth be told. I do not like the Lion charging my Custodian Guard. That should be self-explanatory. Blade Guard vets, they didn't do squat. The Lion, oh, he did a lot. So, the Lion did strike instead of sweep. I told him to do sweep because 16 attacks at strength 6 was enough to wound on 4+. Against Custodian Guard, and his AP -2 would have still triggered my invuln save. But he did strike, which, I mean, it's his choice. That's 8 attacks. A little lower. That's 8 attacks at, like, strength 12. Yeah, at strength 12. And so he was wounding on 2+. So he struck down 4 Custodian Guards. But I had a stratagem. After the Lion attacks, I can roll dice. And on a 4+, the model is not dead yet. It stands back up, and it fights. So I managed to do it successfully for 2 of the Custodian Guards. So 3 Custodian Guards and Trajan Valoris were still standing when it was my turn to fight. And so I did. Trajan Valoris activates his once per battle ability, 12 attacks, 2 plus invuln save, strength 10 axe, and AP minus 2, 3 damage each. Trajan Valoris proceeds to sweep the Lionel Johnson. He's just gone. Like, the custodian guards helped. They poked at him. So the lion was weaker. But Trajan Valoris just struck him down. It wasn't even close. He was just gone. And it was and then after the custodian guards did their final stand, the Terminators could only watch on as their Primarch got struck down. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. I'll be back. Okay. So yeah. Oh, and that one custodian guard didn't do squat against Blade Guard vets. Oh yeah, and that was my he oathed Trajan Valoris. Oath of moment. It hurts. It certainly hurts. But he didn't get +1 to wound though, because he was Dark Angels, and Dark Angels are not Codex compliant. He did forget about his detachment ability a lot, and I kept forgetting about it too because I was still trying to remember my own gosh darn rules. Whilst he was like playing with a new detachment. So yeah, that was about it. I don't think I have many other images. Here, I can show you the casualties. That I can show you. Ignore the pile of shame at the bottom. Not the pile of shame, the pile of debt. He completed all of those boxes down there. But my dice were scattered about. He killed 8 custodians. I killed the lion and a razorback and all of his blade guard vets. Well, save for, or nearly all of his blade guard vets. So I won the moral victory. I killed the lion. That's a victory right there. So, yeah, that was the game. It was good. Let me scoot back up here. Whew. I had fun. I wish the game went on for longer. 30 minutes per turn is still a while, but you know, can't. Ay. I wish we could have had a turn 3, 4, or 5. I think he had genuinely had a chance of winning, but I would have probably charged his knight with my Alaris Custodians, beat the crap out of it, and then I don't know. He walked off his back point by accident by charging my Blade Champion. So there were definitely mistakes made on both sides. I was hedging everything. My go turn, so Custodians play. And you know, the lion died, yeah. I mean, his Terminator still would have effed me up right after. I don't think I would have held that rightmost point for long. Like, I would have held center and maybe the leftmost. I don't think so. I still lost a lot of units. So it's not like I was in a favorable spot, too favorable of a spot either. Yeah, playing Custodes is weird because it's a little bit like Orcs, but you don't have the Walk to back you up. You have your go turn, where you just full send everything, and if you mess it up, it punishes. It's so easy to punish. So my go turn was lackluster because I failed like half my charges. Oh well. I think I did pretty good. Ay, ay, ay. I still have a cough. God, I caught the cold last. Yeah, like I mentioned last stream, I caught the cold and I still have a cough left over, and it's still residual, and I very much dislike it. We will probably be playing Megenics Thursday, by the way, just because I figured it'd be nice to get back into a game, and Megenics is a very fun game to play. I don't have too much to talk about now. Oh, I might create a full video, or it's either a video or a stream idea where I just create really dumb meme lists. Lazy, you approve of playing Megenics? Okay. Yeah, I'll play Megenics Thursday then. That will be the plan then. But yeah, for a stream or video idea, I think I will be doing meme lists. Do a video? Okay. Because right now, everything's on the back burner of, like, I'm waiting for 11th to release before I do any official video on, like, hey, this is the ups and downs of the Adeptus Custodies. Because doing it right now is, like, I don't want to... I don't want to push out the video, and then 4 months later, it's already immediately invalidated, and I just sit here, and I'm like, Actually, I might do that anyway. And then, at the end of 10th, near the end of 10th, I'll do a video on meme lists. We'll see. I have always been the one to do wild ideas, even if they don't work. But yeah. This is gonna be a rather short stream, I will admit. My voice still hasn't fully recovered because of this darn cough. I don't know. Here's a question that just came to my mind. How'd you guys get into Warhammer 40k? Because for me, Warhammer 40k was introduced, I think I saw the Astartes cinematic, or not cinematic, animation. I saw Astartes just by random chance. Like, it appeared in my feed, and I was like, whoa. And that was years ago when it, like, initially released. That, or I saw power scaling between universes, where it was like, you know, those comparison videos, where it's like, who would win, Warhammer 40k or Star Wars? It's Warhammer 40k, it's not even close. Just by sheer numbers alone, Star Wars does not stand a chance. But yeah. I'm gonna keep going for another, like, 5 minutes. Sorry the stream took so long to start. It took a solid second to collect all of the pictures, and I was like, wait a second, did I even do that? Watched a random orc video. That helped me. That helped me get deeper into the rabbit hole, now that I think about it. For me, it was the one where it was the story of retelling, the meme one everyone knows. Introduced by a friend. But yeah, for the meme, it's the meme video where it's like, you know, the guardsmen are surrounded by orcs, and then they run out of ammo, and they go bang, and then an orc drops dead. That kind of meme. That meme story. And then it's the one where also the same one where the orcs. a group of orcs are charging forward, and them going bang bang doesn't work. And then as they get closer, you just hear, "I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank." That definitely helped. But yeah, that was just that was a great video. That definitely got me deeper into the rabbit hole. And now I'm trying to get my brother into the rabbit hole. Oh, how does oh, passing on the generational debt. He seems to really like Space Marines and, well, Terminator armor. Even though I think Space Marines are overrated. I tried to show him Guardsman videos and be like, look at how cool they are. And he's just like, they die so easily. And I'm just like, where's the Space Marines? And I'm just like, okay, well, I guess there's no convincing him. He's Space Marine. He doesn't like Ultramarines. I can't say he's Ultramarine pilled. He's Dark Angel pilled. Space Marine pilled. Ah. That's just how it be. But yeah, I also want to. When the Love Edition comes out, I also want to do a video where it's just homebrewing detachments. I think it was 40k lore versus gameplay. Interesting. Yeah. The lore versus the gameplay is wild. Yeah, to get my brother more invested, I created my own, like, heavily inspired. So, because we already play war games with, like, blocks and Legos and stuff like that. So, to help with that, I created my own. We have our own, like, already universe and lore and everything fleshed out. So, I created my own heavily inspired Warhammer 40k system. It's almost exactly the same. It's just like some rules are different. You can wound on 7s instead of just auto wounding on 6s because Oath of Moment exists. And stuff like that. It's just I made it so it was more narrative gameplay, so toughness 9 is like standard for one of the stronger units. Stronger infantry units, and I was just like, ah. Or like a Space Marine was toughness 10. And I was just like, ah. When a Guardsman was toughness 2, and I was just like, oh no. Oh well. But yeah, lore versus gameplay wise, I think, I don't know. I like more narrative games. If 40k was more narrative, like you needed to bring the correct lists and all of this, and like well balanced lists because of Space Marine as a Guardsman, because of Space Marine has like, I don't know, 6 toughness, while our Custodians is like 8 toughness. I would kill for that. I want a lore accurate Warhammer 10th edition. Or 11th edition, I guess. That would be funny. Not good, but funny. Bring out Caiaphas Cain as a model. Make it so he's probably dead, but make it so that when he appears on the battlefield, it's just over. For whoever's not the Guardsman, it's over. Or at the very least, he just can't die. He saves on a 1+. We need more Commissar characters. Sad Guardsman. Why sad about Guardsmen? I think Guardsmen are doing really well. I'm pretty sure Guardsmen are doing really well. Plus, they're not, like, they're not a bad faction. They're not a bad army to play. Like, at all. They're not a bad army to play. You just have to build your I nearly said decks. Your army list. correctly. No, for lore accurate 10th edition. Okay, to be fair, lore accurate 10th edition. If Guardsmen were lore accurate, a Rogo Doran would annihilate a Space Marine, and it wouldn't even be close. Or like a Las Cannon would also still annihilate a Space Marine. It's not even close, man. Guardsmen might struggle, but like, I'm sure they'll be fine. You just use your Guardsmen as screening fodder at that point. Also, for lore accurate 40k, we're not. You'd have to scale up like, oh, you get 1 Space Marine, I get 100 Guardsmen. That's the accurate scale. We need factories that are it'd be exclusively stuck to Tabletop Simulator, where you just have 1,000 models, crash your computer kind of numbers, versus a group of 100 Space Marines, if even. What? Because yeah, 100 is a company. Thousands upon thousands of guardsmen versus 1 company of Space Marines. That's fun right there. But yeah. GW, give me my Custody save on a 2. Well, they already keep the Custody save on a 2+ and a 3+ and won't save. Make the Lion save on a 1+. It'd be funny. Make Primarch save on a 1+. It'd be funny. You just don't roll. You just automatically you try to wound a lion. Nah. I think Adepticon is this week actually. Yeah, Adepticon is this week. I can't wait to see what they review. Because we have Armageddon, we have Yarick, we also have orcs. We have more orcs, and potentially more Blood Angels stuff. Maybe it'll refresh the Sanguinary Guard already. Who knows? I have my quarrels with the Sanguinary Guard. Give me my purple orcs. Oh, Katachan might also get a refresh. That's another thing. Katachan might also get a refresh. I don't think it's a probably. I think it's a definitely they will get a refresh. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. And I'm hoping, yeah, what I'm hoping for is another Primarch. I know the Space Marines get too much love, but like, I personally love seeing another Primarch. And I want to see what animation they have for 11th editions announced. Because 10th editions was sick. Fighting Tyranids was awesome. And seeing Guilliman and hearing Guilliman is awesome. But I want to see what they have for 11th. What's the main villain? It's orcs. I called it. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end stream now, though. One, I don't have too much to say, and 2, my voice is starting to die out on me. So, thank you all for joining today's stream. I will be seeing you next time, as in Thursday, and I hope you all stay safe out there. Bye-bye.